All right, Finance Committee meeting on September 20th. Dr. Jones.
Here.
Counselor Gwaltney. Here. Counselor Allemond.
Here.
Counselor Smith. Here. And Counselor Harden.
Here.
Everybody's present.
Great. Is there a motion to dispense with the reading of minutes for August 30th and approve them as distributed?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mrs. Smith, second by Mr. Harden. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, 5-0, passes. 160115, for the past several meetings, we have not had any new updates on future sidewalk projects. We can table this or we can continue to carry it over, whatever the...
Can I ask our city engineer, I did not, unfortunately, Jennifer's not sitting here, but one of the people on Rumson said when we had so much water coming at us this weekend, they sent us a text with pictures I couldn't figure out, but I mean, there was water rushing down Rumson, and they said it was just absolutely undercutting the sidewalks and eroding underneath it. Have you seen it, heard of any of that, seen any of that?
I got an email this weekend from Counselor Andrus, and it was, I think it said that Birmingham Waterworks had done some work in the area, and they had disturbed some ground that was previously not disturbed, and it had created some erosion. On the upper side of the sidewalk, I had not heard that the sidewalk was being eroded from the street
That's
side.
what it was, and it was on the upper, I mean, I couldn't tell where all it was. This is talking about the sidewalk on Rumson. So the picture, they showed a video of water just coming down like a river down there. But of course, we all had so much rain coming at us. So, okay, as long as you're aware of it, that's all I want to make sure of.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll carry this over without objection. 250417, consideration of 18th Street revitalization. We now have, we're moving forward on that since we have all of the right-of-way acquired. So we'll carry that over. I don't believe there's any update on that either, so we'll carry that over without objection. 190521, consideration of sale of property at 311 Oxmoor Road. I've been asked to carry that over as well. We don't have any new information on that tonight. Moving to new business, 010921, consideration to surplus the following vehicle, 2004 International from Berkeley Squires, and that's got a ton of miles. I can't remember the mileage amount, but.
I would make a motion to approve surplusing that vehicle.
Okay, moved by
Second.
Mrs. Smith, second by Mr. Gwaltney. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, that's 5-0, that passes. Okay, 020921, request to consider paying bonuses to employees if the city, contingent on the city completing the fiscal year with a budget surplus. That went out today, and the tier program is that this would be a one-time bonus payment that would be for if you have 1 to 3 years of service, it would be a one-time $350. 4 to 6 years, it would be a $500 bonus, and from 7 to 9 years, it would be $750. From 10 to 15 years of service, it would be $1,000. From 16 to 19 years of service, $1,500, and 20 years and above, $2,000. In addition, this is grossed up, so they will the employee would see that amount and not have to pay any taxes. So we're picking up the taxes on that as well. So it's going to be right around $367,000, contingent upon ending with a budget surplus. So that's what the mayor had recommended. We've done the same tier for the last 6 years, I believe.
Do we go ahead and make this motion now, or do we need to wait until?
No, we can make it contingent upon a budget
We don't pay them
surplus.
until November, but we have
Yeah,
to
it
wait
would
and see
be
if we have.
paid in November.
Right, but we want to go ahead and
But for us
approve
to be able
it.
to put it back, if we can pay it to accrue it back to 9/30, y'all have to pass it.
Yeah,
contingent
before
on
then.
9/30.
Okay, all right. Well, then I would make a motion to approve awarding bonuses contingent on a surplus at 9/30/21.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mrs. Smith, second by Mr. Harden. Does anyone need a copy of what that the tier is? I think y'all got it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So, is there any other questions? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed by the same sign? 5-0. It passes. 090921, request to authorize the mayor to sign a contract for resurvey of Rosedale National Register Historic District. And do we, Ms. Salter, do we
So,
have?
yeah, so I emailed Eddie just a few minutes ago, and I haven't gotten a response from him yet. So when I went to the meeting last week, essentially, at first they had only gotten one person to respond to this, and she's apparently very qualified, but her estimate was a little bit high, considering what their budget is. And so, but then at the very last minute, they got, well, not at the last minute, actually, after the official deadline, they received another estimate from another person that was significantly lower, but Eddie felt like the first person was more qualified to do this particular project. So he was going to go back and talk to her to see if they could work out something that would make the cost a little bit less. And that was as of last Tuesday. So I don't know if he's had those conversations, but I think what I would do, because I feel like by Monday night we'll know the answer to that question. So what I'd like to do is make a motion to approve signing of the contract pending notification from Eddie about who that person is going to be. And I will get with him tomorrow and find out if he's made any headway or if he's anticipating.
Do you need an up to the?
I believe.
Like approve up to a certain amount for, or is this just signing the contract?
I think this is just signing the contract. Yeah,
This is already
no, they're
budgeted.
paying for it out of their, they're
Yeah, we
paying
gotta
for it out of their
Yeah,
budget.
it's to, there's a grant for it.
Yeah, there's a grant for it,
Okay.
but they're paying for it out of their
They have
budget.
their
That we've
line.
already approved.
It is literally just for the
Okay,
mayor to
okay.
sign the contract with whoever they choose to do
Okay.
the resurvey.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's been, there's a motion on the floor from Mrs. Smith. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Walton.
The fee was 15,000 on the first proposal.
Yeah, the first proposal was 15, and that was the one that he thought was a little bit high, and the second one was 12.
Okay.
But either way, the money's gonna be paid for out of their budget and through a grant, so the cost is not necessarily the issue, it's just he was just gonna try to get the cost down a little bit more to make it more affordable for them.
Got it. Okay. Any other questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same sign? 5-0. Anything else we need to take up? All right, we're adjourned.